My mom's name was Jeanette, and she grew up on a farm in central Minnesota. She taught third grade and then later in her career taught special education. My mom was full of love, faith, and had a zest for living. At age 46, she started her journey of fighting cancer for 17 years. During this time, I saw her endure the painful side effects of chemo, long sleepless nights, mood swings, fatigue, a diminished appetite, and a loss of self-esteem. She never complained, always positive. I remember asking her, "Mom, how do you do this and not give up?" She would always answer with a smile and say, "Jesus." I knew by her words and actions during her illness that Jesus was her guiding light. My mom taught me two valuable life lessons: the importance of perseverance and how critical it is to have Jesus as a guiding light. Perseverance and the guiding light of Jesus are two messages that we find in today's gospel. Today we celebrate the Feast of the Epiphany, the manifestation of Jesus to the whole world as represented by the Magi. The Magi were wise men, astrologers, and they were pursuing the truth. What significance does the Epiphany have in our lives today? And what practical, concrete difference does it make for us in the year 2022? We can start answering this question by recognizing that the Magi had to travel a long way to get to Bethlehem, and it wasn't an easy journey. They went by camel through the desert, experiencing extreme heat during the day, cold at night, the threat of sandstorms, probably the threat of robbers, and lots of confusion. There was the constant temptation to quit and to go back home. I believe before they left, they were questioned by family, peers, and friends as they said to them, "You're doing what?" Yet the Magi left home, tolerating all those challenges, and made the difficult journey to Bethlehem, finally ending up in adoration before the Christ child, Jesus. The Magi left home because they knew they were lacking or missing something that was fundamental for life. They persevered in searching for the Christ child and found God. The Magi symbolized the journey each of us make through life in our search for Jesus. The Magi needed help on their journey, and the assistance they needed came from the light of a star that guided them to Bethlehem. This star is hinted at in the first reading from Isaiah as we heard, "Rise up, your light has come. The glory of the Lord shines upon you. Darkness shall cover the earth, but upon you the Lord shines, and over you appears his glory. Nations shall walk by your light." The real light is not the star itself shining in the sky, as much as God himself lying in the manger as a child. Later in Jesus' life, he will tell us he is the light of the world. And because of the light of Jesus, we can learn what it means to be fully human. Through Jesus' guiding light, we experience God the Father. Jesus teaches us how to act towards one another, how to live, in what ways we are to love, and how to forgive. Jesus is our star, leading us to an authentic Christian life. Sometimes we get lost in some of these areas of our life and need some help. We get distracted by social media, worrying about the past or the future, concerns about our job or school, our finances, the pandemic. We get sidetracked by what others think about us, our health, family members, or the sins we've committed. When we become worried and get lost, it may be because we're following the wrong star. We can stay focused on the guiding light of Jesus by making time every day to talk and to listen to Jesus, to consult him on decisions we must make, or to recognize his presence in other people as we praise them and humbly seek to go unnoticed. To be successful in keeping Jesus as the guiding light of our life it takes a spirit of perseverance. My mom persevered by following the light of Jesus. The Magi persevered, following the light of the star, leading them to Jesus. I'm going to ask you to do something now. I'm going to ask you to use your imagination and picture for me that scene. See the Magi prostrated before baby Jesus, adoring Jesus. And maybe in this picture we can see one of the Magi, his face radiating with the joy of adoration, coming timidly forward and asking Mary if he could hold the baby. And Mary, the good Jewish mother that she was, gently placing the baby Jesus in the old man's arms. Adoration, leading to the most exquisite human contact imaginable, to hold the baby Jesus, the divine, in human hands. Today, we will have that same experience as we take the divine in the form of the Eucharist into our own human hands and receive our Lord Jesus Christ. Today, during our time of adoration, after receiving the Eucharist, I invite all of us to pray for the spirit of perseverance. The perseverance that will continue to make Jesus Christ our guiding star.